Hey, what's going on, my fellow fanatics? Now, you saw the title of this video. Why are Funko Pops so addicting? I'm sure we all know someone who, maybe they had a couple pops, 2 pops, and then before you know it, they got 20, then 50, then 100, then 200. It always starts with just 1 or 2 pops. But why are Funkos so addicting? And I personally know how addicting Funkos can be. I myself, you look at my old videos, I'm like, yeah, just, I like the cheap ones that look cool. And here I am spending like, $75 on a single pop. And I have over 200 pops now. So I have 6 reasons why Funko Pops are so addicting. Number 1, the first reason is simple. They look really cool. There's no getting around that. Funko Pops, the art style is pretty cool. They got some great people designing these things. And some of them just look fantastic. So it's worth the 15 bucks. Hey, that looks cool. Boom. Number 2 is price. Now, depending where you live, Pops are like 10 to 15 bucks, which falls into this really sweet Goldilocks zone of price where it's still a decent amount of money, 10, 15 bucks. It's no chump change. But at the time of purchase, it doesn't seem like much. You're like, oh, 10 bucks? Oh yeah, sure. Whatever. That's not much money. But it adds up quickly. Let me tell you, it adds up. Number 3, you've probably heard someone say at some point or another, there's probably a pop of that. And that's true. Funko owns so much IP, or they have access to so much IP, it is crazy. Literally anything you're a fan of, they probably have a pop of that. They literally have something for everybody. And everybody wants to express their fandom of something like, hey, I'm a huge Mr. Bean fan. How do I show the world I'm a big Mr. Bean fan? Do I get a Mr. Bean poster? Do I put my DVDs on display? You can do that. Or you buy a pop and, just plop it on your shelf and show everybody that you're a big Mr. Bean fan. Because that's what I did. That was a new pop I just got. It's pretty cool. So yeah, Funko Pops are just like a super easy way to express your fandom of something. And then there's the nostalgia too that goes along with it. You're like, oh man, I really remember that show from my childhood. Boom, they got a freaking pop of that, man. They got a pop of everything. So don't worry about it, because Funko's got you covered. Just hand over that $10 to $15. Thank you very much. Number 4, this might seem weird, but I think this is a really big reason why Funkos are so popular. It's because of how uniform they are and because of how stackable and displayable they are. So it's very easy to store pops or display pops because they literally make their own display. You just stack them up and just put them up, put them in a shelf, put them up against a wall. If you don't have shelves, you can just keep stacking them higher. The issue with other collectibles are they're all it's like a little freestanding statue. How are you going to display that? They're all different sizes. You can't stack a statue on top of each other. And now this is a big reason why I don't personally find sodas that appealing, because the display potential just isn't there. You have to take them out of the can, put the can together. So do you put the can on the shelf and then you put the figure in front? Do you not show the cans? Do you try to put them on top of the cans? You can't stack them. This is taking up extra shelf space now that you can't stack them. I think just the uniformness of them is very, very big. And I think it's a really underrated thing that people haven't thought about. Number 5 is limited supply and exclusivity, and a term I learned from the stock world, FOMO, fear of missing out. Like common pops, this doesn't matter as much, especially if you're in the States, you just order it online, whatever. But a lot of times, even common pops, your local store might only get a couple of them, and you want to go buy them and they're already gone. So this creates this fear of missing out. Like, oh my God, the thing I want is going to sell out if I don't keep an eye on it and buy it immediately. And so that's why online you see all these pops that just sell out in a minute, sell out in 3 minutes, sell out in 10 minutes, and they're just gone. Or pops are so popular, they need a lottery system just so you can even give them your money, because they're like, hey, we got too many people who want our stuff, which is a good problem for them, but it creates the fear of missing out, and it feeds into itself. People are afraid of missing out, so they all buy it right away, which makes it even worse, and it just keeps happening. So yeah, fear of missing out, I think, is a big one that drives people to just click the buy button. Don't think about it. If you think about it, it's going to sell out and you're going to miss it. So just click the buy button now. because these are hot and they're going. Number 6, the final one. This one's kind of weird, but maybe you'll agree with me. I think we've replaced hunting for animals and foraging for berries with hunting for deals and foraging for rare pops. I think the Funko hunt and the looking at prices and, you know, ooh, this is a good deal, and bringing your haul home and out of its bag and being like, pop, 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 ooh, look what I brought home, look what I got. I think that triggers some like lizard brain stuff deep down in your brain from when we were cavemen, and it gives you that dopamine hit, like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be going out, hunting, and then bringing stuff home. It's probably just a shopaholic mentality in general, is the same reasoning. But yeah, I think that's another big reason. So yeah, there you go. This is just a short little video I've been thinking about because Funkos are really addictive. I only had a couple of them for many years, and then just over quarantine, it just kind of exploded into 200, and I know another friend I just got into Funkos, and he went from having 10 to over 100, like, in 2 months, which is crazy. Why do you think Funkos are so addicting? Leave your comments down below, because I'm really interested on what you think is happening here. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace out, doggy.